blue. It's rare, it's mysterious, and in the animal kingdom it's almost like nature's VIP pass. But did you know that most of blue animals aren't actually blue at all? Let's break it down. Most animals get their colours from pigments, but blue pigment is almost non-existent in the natural world. Instead, animals like the blue morpho butterfly and peacocks use structural coloration. That's light bouncing off microscopic structures to make them look blue. Next time you see a blue animal, remember, it's probably playing an optical illusion on you. Looks cute, right? But don't be fooled. This tiny frog is one of the most toxic creatures on Earth. Its skin is coated with batracha toxin, a venom so potent that just 2 micrograms, that's considerably less than a grain of salt, can shut down the nervous system and stop a human heart. So where does it get this deadly power? From its diet? Blue poison dart frogs feast on ants, termites and tiny beetles that contain alkaloid toxins. Over time, these toxins build up in the frog's skin, making it a walking biochemical weapon. But here's the wild part. Captive-bred dart frogs aren't poisonous at all. Without their natural diet, they lose their venom, proving that what you eat can literally be the difference between life and death. Found in the rainforests of Suriname and Brazil, these frogs use their electric blue skin as a warning to predators. I'm toxic. Don't even think about it. But despite their fearsome reputation, they're actually shy, spending most of their time hopping among leaf litter and guarding their tiny tadpoles. Meet the blue iguana, a lizard so rare it only exists in one place, the Cayman Islands. With its steely blue scales and piercing red eyes, it looks like it walked straight out of a fantasy movie. But despite its tough dragon-like appearance, this iguana is a strict vegetarian, munching on leaves and fruits while basking in the sun like a tropical king. The blue dragon is a tiny sea slug that looks like a creature from Pandora, but it steals venom from jellyfish and weaponizes it. Sneaky! Not only does it steal venom, but it also stores the stinging cells from the Portuguese man o' war in its own finger-like appendages called serrata, making it even deadlier than the jellyfish it preys on. And despite its delicate, almost ethereal look, this tiny predator fearlessly floats on the ocean's surface, riding the waves like a miniature sea warrior. Oh, and they live in Australia, and you know how that is. Everything in Australia wants to kill you. You know this one, everyone's favourite forgetful fish, Dory? But the real blue tang is more than just a cartoon character. Its vibrant blue body and striking black markings help it blend into coral reefs, while its razor-sharp spines make it a surprisingly fierce little warrior. Cute? Yes, but don't mess with it. But this fish looks like it swam right out of a dream. The blue parrotfish is a neon-coloured oddball with a beak-like mouth designed for one thing, crushing coral. Yep, they chew up coral, digest the algae inside and, well, let's just say they poop sand. So, next time you're relaxing on a tropical beach, remember, you might just be lying on parrotfish leftovers. The queen angelfish is the ocean's royalty, flashing dazzling shades of blue and yellow like an underwater jewel. Found in the Caribbean, this fish doesn't just rely on good looks, it has a special job too. Young queen angelfish act as cleaners, nibbling parasites off bigger fish like an underwater spa service. Now that's beauty with a purpose. Ever wonder why peacock feathers shimmer? Their dazzling display isn't due to blue pigment, but to light-reflecting microscopic structures that bend and scatter light waves. This phenomenon, called structural coloration, is the same trick used by the blue morpho butterfly, making peacocks even more fascinating. Did you know that if you crush a peacock feather, it won't turn into blue dust? It loses its shimmer and looks brown. The blue is just an optical trick played by nature. But why so fancy? Well, that's a story for another video. Let's just say only the males, peacocks, are this extravagant, while the females, peons, are much duller in comparison. Their impressive plumage plays a role in attracting mates, but we'll dive deeper into that another time. Now let's move from regal elegance to clever deception. Enter the blue jay. Guess what? Even this bird isn't really blue, it's just a trick of the light. Mother Nature is basically a magician at this point. At first glance, blue jays look like they have naturally vivid blue feathers. But just like peacocks, their colour is an optical illusion. How it works. The microscopic structures in their feathers scatter light, reflecting only blue wavelengths to our eyes. If you were to grind up a blue jay feather, not that you should, it would turn brown, not blue. Smart and sassy, blue jays aren't just about looks. They're known for being highly intelligent, mimicking hawk calls to scare off other birds and protect their food. Unlike many birds, blue jays are fiercely protective parents and often work together in groups to chase away predators, making them one of the most aggressive yet social birds in North America. If the blue jay is flashy, the indigo bunting is its more sophisticated cousin, a tiny bird drenched in deep glowing blue. But here's the kicker, its feathers don't actually contain blue pigment. Just like the blue jay, it's all about light reflection. Catch it in the right sunlight, and it glows like a living sapphire. Now let's level up with the blue dacnus. This bird isn't just blue, it's electric. The males sport a neon blue coat with a black mask, making them look like tiny winged superheroes. Found in the rainforests of South America, they flit between trees, snacking on fruit and insects while looking effortlessly stylish. Meet the hyacinth macaw, the largest flying parrot in the world. With its deep cobalt blue feathers and bright yellow eye rings, it's basically the supermodel of the parrot world. Found in South America, this bird is as smart as it is stunning, using tools to crack open tough nuts and forming strong lifelong bonds. Oh, and it can even mimic human speech. Camouflage? Rare, but mandarin fish use blue to blend into reefs. More on the mandarin fish in a bit. Warning signal? Rare again. Unlike red or orange, blue isn't a universal danger colour. Mating and communication? Yep. Many birds like the fairy wren turn even bluer during mating season to attract partners. Would you rather be blue to blend in or stand out? Let me know in the comments.
And now you've got yourself something funky.
By now we know that most blue animals aren't actually blue, they just appear that way due to light reflection. But nature always has an exception to the rule, and in this case we've got three. Obrina olive-wing butterfly, the true blue butterfly. Unlike the famous blue morpho, which only looks blue due to light reflection, the Obrina olive-wing butterfly actually produces a true blue pigment, one of the only butterflies in the world to do so. Scientists believe this pigment could help with species recognition or even UV protection. Either way, this butterfly is living proof that true blue does exist in nature, just barely. Next up, as promised, the mandarin fish. The mandarin fish is one of the few creatures in the ocean with actual blue pigment. Instead of tricking the light, these tiny psychedelic fish produce cyanophores, special pigment cells that make them genuinely blue. This makes them incredibly rare among marine life, where most blue creatures rely on tricks of physics. Meet the turaco, the only bird known to produce a real blue pigment called tyrosine. While other birds, like the blue jay and indigo bunting, only appear blue due to light refraction, turacos are the real deal. In fact, if you placed one of their feathers in a glass of water, it would actually stain the water red. How's that for a weird science fact? So, whether it's mutation, pigment or an optical illusion, nature always finds a way to surprise us. But what about the one place where blue dominates? Let's take a deep dive into the ocean. The deep ocean is one of the only places where blue dominates. Why? Because red light doesn't travel as deep, making red animals almost invisible while blue ones thrive. This tiny, unassuming octopus looks mesmerizing with its electric blue rings. But don't be fooled, it carries a venom 1,000 times more powerful than cyanide. Just one of these little guys packs enough toxin to kill 26 humans. And the worst part, its bite is often painless, meaning victims don't even realize they've been poisoned until paralysis sets in. Those glowing blue rings, They're a warning sign, flashing only when the octopus feels threatened. If you ever see one pulsing with colour, it's nature's way of saying back off, or else. Despite its fearsome reputation, the blue-ringed octopus is a master of disguise, blending perfectly with its surroundings until it's ready to strike. Sometimes nature throws in a wild card, animals that aren't supposed to be blue but somehow are. These creatures don't use structural coloration or produce blue pigment. Instead, they're blue due to genetic mutations that completely change their natural colour. Imagine pulling up a lobster trap and seeing this. A lobster that looks like it belongs in an aquarium, not a dinner plate. The blue lobster gets its incredible sapphire colour from a genetic mutation that causes it to overproduce a specific protein, giving it this vibrant hue. Scientists estimate that only 1 in every 2 million lobsters is blue, making it one of the rarest crustaceans in the ocean. Lobsters aren't the only ones with a rare blue mutation. Meet the blue crayfish, a freshwater cousin that has become a popular aquarium pet. These guys are normally brown, but thanks to a rare genetic shift, they end up sporting an unnatural electric blue shell. Believe it or not, some albino animals can appear blue due to light reflection on their pale fur or scales, while rare, some white deer, snakes or fish can have a soft blue tint, almost like a ghostly version of their normal selves. If you thought jellyfish were dangerous, meet the Portuguese man-o'-war, an oceanic nightmare with venomous tentacles stretching up to 165 feet. But here's the wild part, it's not actually a single animal, it's a colony of specialized organisms working together as one. It floats along the ocean, dragging its tentacles beneath the surface, stinging anything unlucky enough to drift too close. And just like the blue-ringed octopus, its bright blue and purple colouring is a warning. Stay back or risk excruciating pain. And finally, we can't talk about blue animals without mentioning the blue whale, the largest creature to ever exist on Earth. This gentle giant can grow longer than 3 school buses and weigh as much as 30 elephants. But despite its size, it feeds on some of the smallest creatures in the ocean, tiny shrimp-like krill. Every day, a blue whale can eat up to 16 metric tons of these microscopic morsels. Talk about a big appetite. Now that we've uncovered the secrets of blue, what colour should we explore next? Drop your pick in the comments. And if you love these insane blue creatures, wait till you see the next one. Click here.